Okay, let's talk. As a small business owner, have you ever had an employee lose someone important and you just kind of froze? Like 3 days off isn't enough, but you also don't know what is enough? And now you're up late at night Googling bereavement policy, hoping that someone can just tell you what to do. Yeah? If that sounds like you, we're gonna fix that today. I'm Jasmine, founder and principal consultant of HR Compliance Partners. Essentially, I help small business owners like you stop losing sleep over HR stuff. And this is Work Rules Rewritten, a series where we're going to take workplace policies that are old and outdated and transform them for how people actually work. And today, we're going to tackle bereavement leave. The thing about most bereavement policies is that they were written when immediate family meant something very specific. They were built for predictability, not necessarily for how people actually show up at work today. And if you're running a small business in 2026, you've probably already figured out that these policies don't actually work. They just kind of exist maybe somewhere on page 27 of an old handbook that nobody's actually reading or will read until someone unfortunately passes away. So what happens? Let me just take a quick guess. Someone loses someone covered in your handbook. 3 days, immediate family is clean and simple. But then someone else may lose a grandmother that raised them. Should that not count? Is that not immediate enough? Or it could be another employee who has a best friend who unexpectedly passes, and they come back on day 4, barely holding it together. But technically, they're not supposed to be grieving anymore because according to the policy, bereavement and grief kind of tie into one and it should be over with now. And my least personal favorite is where a policy will require an employee to bring either an obituary or a death certificate to prove that their loss was real. Because nothing says we care about you like turning grief into paperwork. People don't forget how you handle them in moments like this. They never will, like ever. And I'm not here to guilt you. I just really want us to rethink the way that we approach these things. Ignoring grief doesn't just make it go away. It just shows up differently. For a business owner, that can mean turnover. It can mean a team that stops trusting you when things get hard. You're not protecting your business when you limit your bereavement leave. You are going to eventually kick the problem down the road. So what does a modern bereavement policy actually look like? I'm going to give you 3 things, and before we just jump straight into it, because I know small businesses, our bottom lines mean a lot to us, none of these things are going to actually require unlimited budgets. So let's dive right into it. Number 1, flexibility over formulas. We need to stop trying to predict grief with exact day counts. And here's what I mean by that. You can start with whatever paid time off you actually and can reasonably offer. Maybe that's 3 days, it could be 5 days, but then I want you to consider adding this one sentence to your policy. Additional unpaid leave or flexible scheduling may be available on a case-by-case basis. That's it. You're not committing to unlimited time off, but you are saying we'll work with you. Maybe that's a few extra unpaid days. Maybe it's working from home for 2 weeks. Or it could be a modified schedule to help them get their feet back under them. You're not opening the floodgates, you're just opening a conversation, and that costs you nothing but intentionality. Number 2, expand who counts. Immediate family, sure, mom, dad, sister, brother, child, spouse, but there are also people who functioned as family. It could be their mentor, a best friend, the person who raised them, that chosen family member. So consider adding this one line. Bereavement leave applies to the death of immediate family members and others who held a significant relationship with the employee. Then just sit back and trust your people. And if you can't trust them with that, you've got bigger problems than a bereavement policy. That's another topic for another day. So let's get back into it. Number 3, check in after they're back. This is one of the parts that a lot of people skip. And we have to remember that grief doesn't end just because the leave does. A simple, how are you doing when they return? And again, a few weeks later. That's the policy in action. And that's the stuff that people remember. None of this is going to require any money. It essentially just requires you to be willing to see your people as people and building a little flexibility into how you respond when life gets hard. Old policies will treat grief like an interruption to work. Modern policies will treat grief like part of being human. And just from experience and connecting with clients who really understand this, the businesses that get that are the type of businesses that don't have to rehire or retrain every 18 months because people felt abandoned when it mattered the most. And that kind of loyalty, honestly, is worth way more than just a few extra days off. So no, you do not have to choose between compassion and your bottom line. You just have to stop pretending that the old rules still work and rewrite them. It really is that simple. So for more small business HR guidance like this and more, follow HR Compliance Partners here on YouTube. This is Work Rules Rewritten. I'll see you in the next one.